Marvel, you did it. You actually did it. Y'all gave us something post Endgame that I really enjoyed, and I'm looking forward to seeing the follow-up of. You did it! What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Sector for Nerds, and welcome back to another discussion about Daredevil Born Again. Today, we are going to be talking about the Season 1 finale of Daredevil Born Again, which you could probably tell by the beginning of this video that I absolutely enjoyed. This was the best thing that the MCU has put out post-Endgame. And definitely by far the best thing they've ever put on Disney Plus, because a lot of the Disney Plus stuff hasn't been great. I'm very excited and very happy, but I'm also kind of annoyed because it's like, where was this all season long? When I think of like, what does a follow-up to the amazing Marvel Netflix show feel like? Something like this is kind of what I envisioned. It being dark and gritty and gory, Fisk actually winning. This is the stuff that I imagined. And I tell you what, you guys, like going into this season 2, they need to keep the feel of this episode through all of the episodes. This show, it felt like was bouncing all over the place. And I understand why, because it's like you had people come in, right, to direct the series. They had to do reshoots because things weren't going well. And then you had, the new directors come in to direct, whole new episodes, which I think is what we got here. And I feel like Marvel was trying to like hodgepodge a lot of things together and trying to like just crumple things together and hope that, oh, well, okay, if we just put this together and this together, okay, if we fit this at the end, all right, hopefully this should flow together well. And in all reality, it didn't. Because I would say overall, Daredevil Born Again Season 1, it was okay. It wasn't anything too special. And then these last 2 episodes, it was like, oh my gosh, what happened? Where were you all my life? Daredevil's like, you're the last person I expected to be here. I'm like, who are you talking about? I'm like, oh my God, it's Frank Castle. And he's shaven. I'm like, oh, this is going to get good. And you had Fisk Task Force coming in there and they had that scene, man, like, again, just like so much gore, so much like action. Like this was even gorier than the original series at certain points. Like I said, like if you were going to follow up what, in my opinion, is the greatest superhero live action show of all time, this is how you do it. Not some long, elaborate bank heist episode that goes nowhere and takes forever to get through. This is what you do. Everybody that gave a thumbs down to that video and everybody that thought I was so wrong in my opinions. And that's fine. I just have my preferences. If y'all want to join the long bank heist that goes nowhere and is super long and super boring, barely any action, not much story really going on, y'all can join all the losers that thumbs down that video. You can join that train. But anybody that wants to hop on board with me aboard the train of what this episode was and giving us back the characters that we were invested in the whole freaking time, people like Daredevil, people like The Punisher, people like Karen Page, which I am so happy that she came back.
Welcome aboard.
Sure enough, there she was, man. Like, she was the one that called Frank for that favor. And they kept teasing the whole Frank and Karen relationship thing like they always like to do. Because Daredevil's like, I could hear both your heartbeats. And then she was like, oh, it's probably adrenaline for him. And then when she's like, did you hear my heartbeat when I saw you? And Daredevil's just like, yeah, it was probably adrenaline. I was like, oh, we got ourselves a love triangle going here. And I'll tell you what as well, like I was a huge, like of all the Daredevil relationships or whatever that we've seen through like the original series and now this, like him and Karen, I was like a big fan of. Like that was the one that I wanted to see him succeed with. And then it, everything obviously kind of fell apart. But I love that where the moment with Frank and Karen being like, I know you still care. Because I think it's true. I think Frank does care, whether he wants to admit it or not. I think he does care. And so then, obviously Punisher then takes the opportunity to go into the streets and create chaos and do more gruesome gore killing.
We gonna go out there and take care of business, Red. Gonna F some guys up. This was on Netflix. Or the adult version of Disney Plus, I'd be swearing. But since there might be children watching on here, we can avoid using the swear words. I annoyed my brother with this exact voice all episode long.
But man, when all those guys were dressed up as the Punisher, man, I'm like, man, y'all freaking nerds right now, man, get out of here. And them trying to recruit Frank, like, to join their cause, and Frank's like, y'all are freaking crazy. And I love, like, how emotional he got to. He's like, y'all really think you know what it's like to be me? You think all I am is just, like, this ruthless killer? bro, do you know what happened to my family? Why do you think I'm the way I am? Like, you know what I'm saying? And he didn't actually say that, but it was what he was implying, that there is character depth and motivation there. Just in case anyone wants to be like, oh, all Frank does is just go around and kill people. Which, I mean, yeah, that is a big part of his character, but also, like, you really think that he just was that way from the beginning? Do you not know this man's story? As I kind of had a feeling, right? Like, the whole Matt and Heather thing is pretty much done. Which, again, is fine, because I want him to be with Karen anyway, so let's just put that out there. And speaking of Heather, Heather is now officially aboard the Fisk train, and is now a part of his administration. It's like the police commissioner said, though, he never stopped being Kingpin, which I guess in a way he kind of did, right? He did kind of reveal that in the episode, like, yeah, I mean, my original plan was to just be mayor, but like, now that like we're back together again and like you've got all this stuff going for you, yeah, like, you know, maybe we can make some exceptions. And so then he becomes like the Wilson Fisk that I've been waiting to see this entire season, and he just ruthlessly murders the police commissioner in the most gruesome death scene I think I've ever seen. We all thought that Fisk was dangerous before, towards the end of Daredevil season 3, with the amount of control he had. It's even worse now. Now that he's mayor, he literally has everyone in his back pocket. Whether it's the courts, whether it's the police now with no body cams, whether it's the people in the administration that he's now holding on to via blackmailing. It's all his now. He won. And honestly, this needed to happen. Considering how many times that the MCU made Wilson Fisk lose, he needed a big win. Now, at the very end, they leave us with hope, you know, sort of, I guess, a new hope, you know, Star Wars reference, whatever. But at the end of the day, like that inspiring message that Daredevil had at the end where he's at Josie's and he's with Karen and all those other people there, you know, all the good people that we saw throughout the show that were helping out, right? It's like, we're not going to let Fisk take this city. This city doesn't belong to him. It belongs to us. It belongs to the people. And we're not going to let him have it. Karen said, you need an army. You can't just go down there and take him all by yourself. You're going to lose. And there was a part of me that was worried that Matt was actually going to do that. I'm like, oh, this ain't going to end well for you, bud. But luckily, he thought better of it because he saw how outnumbered he was. And again, he realizes he needs that army. And I think, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that's thinking of this, right? What I'm about to say. I think we've all kind of been suspecting like what's going to happen here. We're bringing back the Defenders, right? Like, surely that's where we're going. Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist. They'll probably throw Echo in there, to be honest. And my goodness, they're not going to do it. I'm putting this out right now. They're not going to do it. Everyone, don't get your hopes up. Don't even think this. But man, what if they put Spider-Man in there, man? Oh my gosh, that'd be so crazy. All the New York heroes, including Spider-Man, going up against Wilson Fisk. Oh, that'd be so good. It's not happening, though. Like, Spider-Man is not going to be in this show, right? Like, Sony, all the agreements, all this stuff, like, they're not going to let it happen. I just know it. And if it does happen, I will be genuinely surprised. And I tell you what, you guys, I guarantee you between now and season 2, there's going to be all these like people coming up with quote unquote rumors or speculation that, oh, they're going to put Spider-Man in this. I'm telling you guys right now, it's not happening. Don't believe anything you hear. There is no chance. You can go, we'll go back and we'll clip this, right? There is, if he does for whatever reason show up, there is no way that Spider-Man shows up in Daredevil Born Again season 2. It's not happening. But we're about to assemble the Defenders. We're going to get Frank out. We've got that Frank Castle Punisher special coming up, right? I was thinking about that. Like, I wonder if he's going to get out of this jail somehow, or maybe they save that for the show. And then when they show the cut scene of him at the end, I'm like, oh, wait a second. Hold on. He's getting out. When he put out his hand to shake that dude's hand, I'm like, dude, there is no way on earth you're going to fall for that. And then what happened? He fell for it. I'm like, dude, are you serious, bro? I'm like, you made it that easy for him? This was so good. Oh my gosh, what else do I want to talk about? The scene with Matt and Karen, like right before they go, Daredevil gives that big speech, and him talking about throwing Bullseye off the ledge, talking about how he wanted to kill him, that he thought he was immune to the darkness, but he wasn't. And for Karen to like tell him while cupping his face, that Foggy knew who you were, she knows who he is, like, oh my gosh, man, like that was what we needed. I needed that, man. All season long, I waited for this, man. Come on. I was like so ready to be like, man, oh my gosh, I've lost like all hope in this thing, man. But like these last 2 episodes and specifically this one brought my hope back because I think from what my brother was telling me, so the people that directed this episode and the previous one are going to be the same people coming back to record season 2, which if that's the case, brilliant. I'm all in. You keep what you had in this episode and you bring that into season 2 and not just like, oh, we're going to sprinkle a little bit here, sprinkle a little bit there, and then give it all at the end again. No, you can't do that. Because like if I was rating Daredevil, this is really like a C, maybe to like a C- level show that might be elevated a whole letter grade up to a B, all because of these last 2 episodes. This is a show that I don't even know if I'm really going to go back and really rewatch all the way through, except for maybe like the first episode and then maybe these last 2. I mean, okay, yet again, I did like the Hector trial scene one as well. Like that one was good. But like these last 2 episodes were freaking fantastic. Is there anything else I want to talk about? I feel like I could sit here all day and talk about this. I'm so incredibly happy right now. I didn't think Marvel would be able to pull it off. Charlie Cox, Vincent D'Onofrio, Deborah Ann Wool, John Berthal, y'all know what you guys were able to create with that first Netflix show and how much people loved it and adored it. You know what you have to do. You don't need to hear this from me, but I am going to say it anyway. Don't let some Disney pencil pusher try to tell you how they want your character to be. You all know your characters better than anyone. I'm sure people will make the argument of like, oh, well, it's not the comics or whatever. Bro, this isn't about the comics. This isn't about Disney Marvel canon. This isn't about any of that. This is about the Marvel Netflix show, a show that they claimed they were going to have a follow-up to. Remember, originally this wasn't going to be a follow-up to that show. This was going to be something completely different. And then when Marvel started messing up really bad and people stopped watching their stuff and they realized that they had to start making changes, they're like, okay, what do we do? Let's just have this show follow up to the Netflix show. Everyone loved the Netflix show. Let's just have it follow up to that. But once you do that, you set expectations. And this episode right here that we just watched tonight, that was the level of expectation we were expecting. At least that I was anyway. So season 2 better not have more episodes like that bank robbery episode, which was so freaking stupid. No more of that nonsense. That stuff can get tossed out the door and kicked to the curb. This is what we want. This episode right here is what we want. I am so freaking pumped for season 2. And we only have to wait a year, right? Do we think Foggy's still alive? Everyone keeps talking about it. People keep saying that Foggy's still alive. I don't know. And we still got Bullseye running around too now. It was so weird though seeing Bullseye like with Vanessa after Bullseye did try to kill her. Do we think Fisk exposes Daredevil's secret to the world now? He's definitely exposing it to Heather. That I do know for sure he's gonna tell Heather. Does he just straight up go like, hey, so this Matt Murdock guy, he's a vigilante and he needs to be brought to justice. If anybody sees him, take him out. But I mean, he's got New York like under full lockdown, right? Like he's declared martial law. He can just, turn off the power at his will, whatever. I'm sure he'll try again, whatever. And then he's going to have his like big imperial estate or whatever with like all of his guardsmen watching him. Fisk got what he wanted. He's got full control. It's funny. What did he say in the Hawkeye series? The people need to be reminded that this city belongs to me. Right now, it kind of does. But I think what Daredevil Born Again Season 2 is going to show us is, no, the city doesn't belong to Wilson Fisk. You don't have control. It belongs to the people of New York and all of the vigilantes that protect it. Also, this man took a bullet for Fisk, and Fisk still wanted him killed. You son of a... I hate Fisk. That bubbling hatred that I had for Fisk during the original show has now been brought back. And like I said, he needed this win. Kate Bishop beat him. So now, on the third series that he's in now, third time's the charm, he finally wins one. But man, oh my gosh, if they bring back like Jessica Jones and Luke Cage and Iron Fist, not that we need to start having spin-off shows about them again, okay? If I'm being honest, I don't really care about them having their own shows, but I love having them come into Daredevil, you know what I'm saying? You bring back the Punisher, if you could just have the Marvel Defender universe live through this Daredevil show, man, I'm all for it. And gosh, if they could just get Spider-Man for this. Oh, It's like the one missing piece to this puzzle that would make this the most perfect thing, and it's not gonna happen. I once again have to keep reiterating to people, because so many people are gonna get their hopes up. I can feel it. Because yes, this is the perfect opportunity to bring Spider-Man in, but it's not happening. What's that one Hawkeye quote? Endgame, don't give me hope. That's what I'm trying to do for you guys right now. I'm trying to not give you hope.
You hear that? We're not giving the people hope, Red. I think we're gonna send them off the air right now. I don't think I got that much more to say. That's gonna wrap us up for this week, you guys. Say goodbye, Red. I'll see you back again for my special.
Okay, you know what? Hold on. I think, oh, you know what? I did say that the only thing that I was going to review when it comes to the Marvel Disney Plus stuff now was this Daredevil series, right? I said, like, all right, this is the last thing that I care about. However, I think we might have to review the Punisher special, right? Right? You guys want that? Let me know in the comments below if you guys want that. You know what? Why not? Let's freaking do it. If you guys want it, Punisher's gonna send you home happy.
That's gonna wrap us up. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel. This guy really cares about the content that he loves.
I'll see you guys next time. All right, this video's over.